Hi everyone, it's Monday, April 27th, and this video is to explain the directions for today's lessons. So first you're going to go into the Monday classwork folder, which is where you already should be, and you're going to read the directions page first, and that's where this video is found. So I'm going to walk through the directions with you and show you the different documents that you're going to be working on today. So first, you're going to complete the Monday attendance check-in, which is what is your favorite outdoor activity that you could do right now? And hopefully you'll share some different things from one another and get ideas from your classmates to try something new outside. I know that a lot of us have been limiting our outside activity and we haven't been outside as much, so maybe you can get a new idea from our class comments. So the first lesson is about Africa's borders and culture. So you're going to open up the 1.1 Google Doc. So once it opens, you'll see that it looks like this. It's pages 384 and 385 in the online textbook. I want you to complete the main idea of the section and then the vocab words. And make sure that you're reading the online textbook because you're going to be doing something different today in this Google Doc. So you'll complete the before you go on question, and then you're going to get to the role play activity. So I'm going to read the directions to you. You will pretend you are a colonist and African leader at the time colonial borders were being drawn. You will write a letter to the other group explaining your view on the borders. You must use evidence from the text. So you'll read about how all these borders were drawn and it separated different traditional groups in Africa based on what European colonists wanted. So they weren't taking into consideration the needs or wants of the people that lived in Africa, and instead they were thinking about themselves. So you'll see that there's different groups that are clumped together that caused a lot of tension between one another. So colonists really thought that the borders were fine. They didn't think much of it. African leaders did not think that the borders were okay. And the African leaders weren't even invited to the sessions where the borders were drawn. So there's going to be two different views of these borders. So when you are a colonist, you will explain why the Europeans want to draw borders. And when you are an African leader, you will explain what is wrong with the borders that they drew. So in the chart below, you'll see two sides. So the one side, you are going to be writing from the perspective from a colonist, explaining why you drew the borders the way that you did. From the other side, the right side of the column, you're going to be writing from the perspective of an African leader, explaining what is wrong with the borders that were drawn. So that is the first part of the Monday lesson. When you're done, make sure you submit this Google Doc. And then the second one, which is found in the Monday classwork folder, is about African music. And this one is a Google Slides. And we did something similar in our European unit where we did a listening lab with European music. And we're going to be doing that again with African music. So I took the text from the textbook and shortened it and put it into the Google Slides. So you'll read through, look at some photos, and answer some questions, and then you'll go to a listening lab. And in the listening lab, you're going to be listening to the video that's to the right, and then there's a little description of the video on the left. And then when you're done listening, I want you to answer the question. So this happens 3 times. So there's 3 videos and questions to listen to and answer. And then last, there's a summary question. So you're going to explain to me what are some examples of how African music connects the people to their past and communicates their culture to the world. So you're thinking about, for this question, how does African music keep the traditions of African culture alive? And how does it explain their culture to other people that aren't from Africa? And that is the lessons for Monday. If you have any questions, remember to email me or message me over Schoology. Make sure that you submit both lessons when you're done, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.